I love my girlfriend. She's a therapist, and she also believes in the horoscope. And I always tell her, you should not let your patients know that. Because those don't mix, those two things, therapy and horoscopes. What do you say to someone who's in your office crying, who's like, I keep on pushing away people my whole life, I don't know what to do? And she's just like, well, there's nothing you can do. You're a Sagittarius. You're kind of fucked. Nothing? I mean, you could have not been born in November, but it's too late for that. I'm glad you all laughed at that. Because there's a lot of women in here, so I didn't know how that would go. What? It's mostly women who believe in the horoscope. That's a stereotype, but it's also 100% true. It's women and gay men who believe in the horoscope. There's only been one straight man to believe in the Zodiac, and he was a serial killer. And that's how crazy a straight man has to be. It's fine if you believe in the horoscope. I'm not judging, you know what I mean? Like, round of applause. Who believes in it? I'm not gonna make fun of you. Round of applause. All right. All right, look at that fucking idiot over right there. Look at her. Look at this fucking moron. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm an asshole. But in my defense, I'm a Gemini, so it's not my fault. You can make fun of people who believe in the horoscope. They don't believe anyone has accountability. It's awesome. It's fine if you believe in the horoscope, but you want to be consistent. That's my point, you know? Like, I was on a date recently, right? Or not recently. I have a girlfriend. At one point it was recently, and then you keep on doing the bit. And it's been like 2 years. The date was 2 years ago. It was. If I'm gonna be completely honest, it never happened. I'm making it up. I'm 100% making it up. That's most of stand-up, by the way. 90% of stand-up is the comedian being like, can you believe this crazy shit this person I invented said to me? So I'm on the date with her. Let's call her Jessica. So we're on the date, it's going well, and then at one point she says she's an atheist, which is fine, but then 2 minutes later, she asks me my sign. And I'm like, you can't do that, Jessica, you real woman right now. You can't shit on religion, then believe in the horoscope. And she was like, why? And I'm like, I'll tell you why. Because God is way more believable than the fucking horoscope. That's true. You cannot technically prove that God doesn't exist. But you can quite easily prove that not everyone born in June has the same personality. That information is out there for anyone to see. I'll disprove the Zodiac in one line. You ready? Hitler and Mr. Rogers, both Aquariuses. They both would have been read the same sign. You're a leader with gentle charisma. Now, what I love about that bit is whenever I do that bit after the show, there's always someone who comes up to me every time and goes, you know, Hitler was a Taurus. Well, then, never mind. And also, I know Hitler was a Taurus. I'm a Jew. I know everything about Hitler. I've read like 5 biographies. I also know a couple historians believe that Hitler might have been a quarter Jewish. And when I read that, I was like, God damn, they really do blame everything on the Jews, don't they? Really? Even Hitler is our fucking fault? Really? Even Adolf Hitler, just another scheming Jew, apparently. But here's the thing, Village Underground. I know Hitler was a Taurus, but I've done this joke saying Adolf Hitler and Mr. Rogers are both Tauruses. And you know what? It doesn't get a laugh. Because Taurus is not a funny sound. It's clunky. Aquarius is a funny sound. It is. It's whimsical. It makes you think of the musical Hair. And I'm not going to change it to make it more accurate to the horoscope when that version doesn't get a laugh. And when I tell that to people, they're like, well, why don't you just do 2 other historical figures who have the same sign? I'm like, don't you think I fucking tried that? You think this is the first time I'm doing this bit? I've worked this bit from every fucking angle. I've tried that. It doesn't work. For a while, I did Charles Manson and Bill Gates. But the problem is, I perform in the South, and there, they don't know who the bad guy is in that scenario. I did Pol Pot and Mother Teresa, and that worked for a while. But then I saw a documentary about Mother Teresa, and it turns out, bit of a bit of a It doesn't work. Hitler and Mr. Rogers are perfect. They're the exact opposite poles of human nature. They have no overlapping behavior or characteristics, and I'm not gonna change it to make it more accurate to the horoscope, because the horoscope isn't fucking accurate. I'm not gonna be fact-checked by something not factual. I hate the horoscope, because the horoscope is like any other dogmatic belief that distorts your reality. And only once we've really fucking questioned our beliefs and actually been skeptical of our own brain, only then can we free ourselves from the conspiracy theories and dogma and extreme ideologies that has almost bankrupted America. And I put horoscopes in that category. But mostly I hate horoscopes because they're just made up. And that's insulting, because as a comedian, I don't make shit up. So anyway, I was doing this bit recently in Soho, and after the bit, who do I see but Jessica? She was at the show, which is pretty crazy. I mean, what are the odds? That's spooky. That's really spooky. It's just weird. I mean, what are the odds that I'm doing this bit and who was at the show but the person I made up purely for the bit? Between this and the Skittles, maybe God does intervene in ways I didn't. So we started talking, and she looks great still. But, you know, I'm in a relationship now. And my girlfriend is great, and I love her, and Jessica is not real. She's a fantasy. So we started talking. At one point, she goes, you know, there's still a problem with your bit. I'm like, oh, what? She goes, here's the problem. You say Hitler and Mr. Rogers have no overlapping behavior or characteristics. Well, then how do you explain this actual passage from Hitler's autobiography, Mein Kampf? And then she took out Mein Kampf, which is fucked up that she had it on her. A little crazy. And then she read this actual passage, which is really in Mein Kampf. She goes, only once we have rid the Jew of his influence and power on the world stage. Then, and only then, will it be a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Fucking Jessica.